But with AI, it's different in that it's impacting pretty much all of the intellectual jobs at the one go. And I reckon I don't know how many people in the cities, but it must be at least half percentage of the society. So you have all these people that have migrated from their farms where they have homesteads to places where they don't have a homestead environment where they're growing their own food in space, and they're working in mostly intellectual jobs. And when those jobs are displaced, then they don't have any means to grow their food and things like that. So there has to be some kind of intervention to stop basically society degrading into anarchy.
I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, and I don't know if intervention will help, and I don't know who will do the intervention, who's responsible for doing the intervention. Um, Capitalism has brought great benefits to human beings. Capitalism is the most effective form we know of creating markets and rewarding people for their creative energy and for their hard labor. Now, true that capitalism often brings it about, at least the modern implementation of capitalism brings it about, that wealth gets concentrated in the hands of a few, or that great wealth gets concentrated in the hands of a few. I'm particularly thinking about the American flavor of capitalism and technology, and has brought that about in a very visible way. Um, the thing is, what are we concerned about? So, if capitalism raises everybody's standard of living and everybody lives a better life as a result of capitalism, but some people get raised much, much, much more, then maybe that's not so bad. So, a company like Amazon or a company like Tesla has made the world a better place for everybody, for everybody. And it had made the world certainly a better place for the owners and investors in Amazon. For them, the world is a much, much better place. But everybody else also enjoys the high availability of goods and the high variety of goods, and for an effective and cheap market for delivering goods. Now, the current counter argument to that might be, well, Amazon did not make the world a better place for the small retailers. Amazon did not make the world a better place for the people that own small businesses. I don't have a good answer to that. That might be true. But many of those small businesses did find new opportunities by becoming Amazon resellers, or by becoming Amazon retailers, or by becoming marketplace partners of various kinds. Um, so, and the AI might end up concentrating wealth in the hands of a few people that are the owners of AI, but hopefully it'll raise the amount of wealth for everybody. So increasing wealth gaps, increasing wealth disparity is not necessarily a bad thing if everybody's wealth is increasing all along. So if I make a certain amount of money, and then in the future world, I'll be making 10 times as much money, and you'll be making, in that future world, you'll be making 10,000 times as much money, and the gap is growing. Okay, but we're all getting better. We're all improving at different rates, but all of our lives are getting better. A alternate concern, or another concern, might not necessarily be the distribution of wealth, but something that goes along with the distribution of wealth, and that might be the distribution of power. And power means our ability to determine the future, or somebody else's behavior, or somebody else's opportunities. And that might even be more concerning than the distribution of wealth. So we believe in freedom. We believe that people should be free to express their minds. People should be free to live their own ways. People should be free to congregate and organize as they see fit. And people should be free to make their own mistakes and pay the price for those mistakes, and then correct those mistakes and do something else. And there might be a certain concentration of power that happens. And we see that's already happening today. I don't really have, even though I'm an open-minded person and I like reading all kinds of stuff, I don't really have access to all ideas in the same manner. Some ideas come to me more easily because of the recommendation engines of the different social media and the way they work. And some ideas are harder for me to come by because the recommendation engines don't suggest those ideas to me and I have to go looking for them. And maybe I'm not smart enough to know where to look for them or how to find them. So I end up reading I end up finding myself in a kind of echo chamber, and it's harder for me to find ideas, mainstream ideas. That might be something that should be of concern. And here too, I don't know how to regulate that. I don't know if anybody knows how to regulate it.